In the 21st century, we believe technology has conquered distances, making it impossible for a commercial airliner to vanish. Yet, on March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, carrying 239 souls, shattered this belief. The Boeing 777 departed Kuala Lumpur for Beijing but never arrived. It wasn't a crash, it was a vanishing act, leaving the world in silence and mystery. Families at Beijing airport went from hopeful to horrified as news of the missing plane spread. How could a 209-foot aircraft disappear without a trace in an age of constant tracking? The shock struck at our perceived safety and reliability of technology. MH370's story is about the limits of our knowledge and the enduring pain of uncertainty. It reminds us that despite advancements, the world remains vast and mysterious. The silence continues, leaving only questions and a profound ache. More than a decade later, the mystery endures. The night began with routine normalcy. At 12:42 a.m. March 8, 2014, MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur. The Boeing 777, known for safety, carried 227 passengers and 12 crew. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid were at the controls. For 38 minutes, everything was normal as the plane climbed to 35,000 feet. Passengers settled in for the journey. Pilots monitored instruments. At 1:19 a.m., the last words from the cockpit: "Good night, Malaysian 370. 2 minutes later, the transponder was switched off, and the plane vanished from civilian radar. It became a ghost, disappearing from systems meant to track it. The routine flight ended, beginning a descent into mystery. The world was left to wonder what happened in those silent moments. The journey into oblivion had begun. MH370 vanished from civilian radar, but not entirely. Military radar tracked an unidentified aircraft making a sharp turn west. It flew over Malaysia, unnoticed by military operators. The plane headed into the remote southern Indian Ocean. Military radar lost it at 2:22 a.m., leaving it alone in darkness. Yet, a satellite system on board continued to ping for 7 hours. These pings, mere electronic handshakes, became crucial clues. Investigators used them to map possible locations. The final ping at 8:19 a.m. suggested the plane flew until fuel exhaustion. MH370's journey likely ended in the desolate southern Indian Ocean. The mystery deepened, leaving the world searching for answers. With Inmarsat data, the world launched the largest search in aviation history. The focus shifted from the South China Sea to the remote southern Indian Ocean. Dozens of countries contributed ships, aircraft, and technology. The search faced ferocious weather and vast uncharted waters. Despite immense effort, the results were meager. The surface search found nothing. The focus moved underwater. Autonomous vehicles scanned the seabed for 3 years. The main wreckage remained elusive. Only debris washed ashore. In January 2017, the official search was suspended without answers. The largest search ended with a deeper mystery. In the absence of evidence, theories emerged. One theory suggests a catastrophic mechanical failure. A fire or decompression could have incapacitated the crew. The plane might have flown on autopilot until fuel exhaustion. However, the Boeing 777's safety features make this unlikely. No distress signals were received, and the shutdown seemed deliberate. The flight path followed navigational waypoints, suggesting human control. A mechanical failure can't be ruled out, but human intervention seems more likely. The sequence of events points to deliberate action. The mystery remains unsolved, leaving room for speculation. A chilling theory suggests MH370's disappearance was deliberate. Focus falls on Captain Zahari and First Officer Fariq. The shutdown of systems and flight paths suggest intentional human input. Investigators scrutinized the pilots' lives for motive. Captain Zahari's flight simulator showed a similar course. Family and friends defended him, but suspicion remains. An alternative theory involves hijacking by an unknown party. No terrorist group claimed responsibility, adding to the mystery. The theory of deliberate action provides a coherent explanation. Without the black boxes, the why remains unanswered. Beyond mechanical failure and pilot intervention, other theories exist. Some suggest MH370 was part of a clandestine operation. Theories involve sensitive cargo or military action. 20 Freescale semiconductor employees were on board, fueling speculation. Some suggest the plane was electronically hijacked or shot down. These theories lack evidence and rely on complex conspiracies. A cover-up of this magnitude seems improbable. Despite their appeal, these theories remain on the fringes. The mystery continues to captivate and confound. MH370's disappearance exposed vulnerabilities in aircraft tracking. It spurred regulatory and technological changes to prevent recurrence. The Global Aeronautical Distress and Safety System was mandated. New aircraft must report positions every 15 minutes more in distress. Flight recorders now have longer battery life and deployable designs. These advancements form MH370's legacy, closing gaps in surveillance. The tragedy reshaped aviation safety, preventing future uncertainty. The sky is safer, but the loss of 239 lives remains a somber reminder. The lessons learned ensure a tragedy like MH370 won't happen again. Over a decade later, MH370's mystery endures. Families remain in limbo, unable to mourn without answers. Each new theory reignites hope, only to extinguish it. The disappearance haunts our collective consciousness. It defies modern sensibilities, reminding us of technology's limits. The search for MH370 continues, driven by private efforts. Advances in technology offer hope for finding the wreckage. The world waits for the black boxes to tell their story. The final words, "Good night, Malaysian 370, linger." The search is for truth, closure, and an end to the silence. The journey home for 239 souls remains unfinished.